What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, well, over the past 24 to maybe 36 hours by the time you watch this video, we have had over 3 million SPS burned, or about 3 million SPS burned for DEC. So the flywheel has been activated. It is in full effect right now, but not to the level that I think people are expecting. Obviously, we have seen a very nice pump for SPS. It's up over 12% on the 24-hour. We're at 1.6 cents, which is much higher than 1.4 cents from a percentage standpoint, right? So I'm not trying to be sarcastic there. That's actually a significant bump. And then, you know, of course, we have a decent amount of DEC, although DEC seems to be having trouble holding close to peg. But you can see over the past, we'll just call it like 7 days, we've added 44 million DEC, right? This is positive, not negative. We've added 44 million DEC. I think if you go back 30 days, you're going to include one of the end of seasons, which is why it's even higher, as well as all of the card burning, right? The reward card burning that we've seen. So DEC is starting to trend back up. And I believe it was Aggie. There was some people looking on the blockchain, and I believe it was Aggie that who burned a significant amount of SPS for his land, for DEC, right? For DEC to use on his land. So, you know, the question is, will this continue? Is this just like more of a one-time thing? But as we move along, I do think that there will be more SPS burned for DEC, right? If you just don't want to deal with the marketplace, if you just want to go ahead and get your DEC and not worry about the volatility, people might just go ahead and do that. Now, is that the best move? Probably not. I would wait until we're actually not just at peg, but above peg, because keep in mind, it needs to be 1.025 in order for the flywheel kind of to make sense, right? The burning of SPS to cover that fee. So in a sense, you know, I don't know that we're quite going to take off to the moon, but it does remain to be seen what will happen with land, which is launching in just about 5 days here. The fact that people have already started to burn SPS for DEC is actually quite exciting. And now when you think about the fact that SPS is going to go up in value potentially, if not just Splinterlands, but the broader market continues to pump. You can see it's green all across the board here, right? From Bitcoin all the way down to Gala. So if the market continues to pump, if SPS does stay somewhat correlated, I know we're like kind of decoupled in some senses, but we are feeling the FOMO of the entire rest of the marketplace. We've seen liquidity go from, you know, large caps like Bitcoin and ETH all the way down to mid caps, all the way down to smaller tokens, right? Like SPS. So that kind of you know, layering down has happened, and I think it will continue as long as the narrative for Bitcoin and crypto stay very strong. And right now, the Bitcoin narrative is very strong just due to the ETF rumors of it being approved in the very near future. Again, it may not actually get approved until January or February. I think the last possible date for the SEC to make a decision is in January or February. So this could all just be people front running, or it could be institutions front running because they know it's coming at least at some point over the next couple of months here. But, you know, I think it's great because 3 million SPS is not insignificant. If you think about the total amount of SPS there is ever going to be, 3 billion, 3 million is actually 0.1%, right? So that's not insignificant. We did that in one day with, you know, maybe one person or a couple of people. And if we start to burn a lot more for all of the, you know, cool aspects that are coming in with land, as well as with Rebellion next month in December, I mean, we may not even have enough for, there's 181,000 here, right? So we may not even have enough to cover the rest of the pre-sale and land before we get to December. So obviously I'm feeling a little bullish right now. I'm feeling a little excited. The numbers are all green, but I do want to say, you know, I think the Bitcoin ETF is going to be a sell and use event, right? So even if it does get approved at some point here before the holidays really kick off, we're going to, you know, we may go for a little bit of a ride, but we may just cool off, right? So at the end of the day, I'm just enjoying the fact that now there is more attention, hopefully, on Splinterlands because SPS is starting to show signs of life, because DEC is staying very close to peg, a product-backed stablecoin that actually is holding its value quite well. Right now, let me go ahead and just refresh it one more time. Right now, it seems like there's a decent amount of sell-off going on, and I wouldn't be surprised if that continues, especially if we see more of the reward cards get burned. I'll have to look into the numbers there, but anytime DEC gets closer to peg, I think that that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, with Rebellion, the pre-sale going on now, and then of course the general sale beginning in December, I think that this set is going to be widely desired by many people, including myself at some point. And even if I'm not buying packs, I know that I'll be looking at cards. And if those cards end up being expensive, then I will be one of those people who's like, yeah, maybe I just go for the packs, because the cards are going to hopefully hold their value. But I'm getting outside the scope of this video. I really just wanted to talk about the fact that we've had 3 million SPS burned over the past 24 hours, and I don't think that this is the end for for the very near future. Again, I want to be very clear with you guys before we go. You think that I'm just thinking that we're going to go to the moon. I really don't think that. I think that we are going to be in a nice little bump here for the end of the year. And I think Q1 is going to be rough. Again, we're going to see a significant dip. And then after the halving, Bitcoin halving in April, I think things will start to pick up again. We will see the bull run hopefully by the end of next year really take off. But that's kind of where my head is at. I'll do a separate video kind of focusing on the SPS kind of timeline with the Bitcoin halving cycle and how all that plays out. Again, this is not price predictions. This is just my expectation of how the next 18 months will play out. But like I said, I'll do that in a separate video. For right now, we've seen 3 million SPS get burned, 0.1% of all SPS in circulation. And my question for you is, when it comes time, will you burn the SPS you have in your stack in order to get the DEC you need, or will you be buying SPS off the marketplace in order to burn that because you don't want to touch your stack? I think that is going to be the biggest question there, but the most important aspect of that is the fact that sell pressure could potentially be gone. Maybe there's not much buy pressure, but if sell pressure is gone, we could have seen the bottom for SPS at like 1.3 something cents. But I don't want to call that yet. Yeah, we still need to rock it up a little bit more before I start to feel a little bit more comfortable that the bottom is truly in. But with Land and Rebellion literally right around the corner, my hope is that we are. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.